Jeg's classroom. My name is Teacher G, and today I am going to discuss about the 4 kinds of sentences. But before that, let us know first what to expect from today's lesson. At the end of the lessons, you are expected to define declarative, imperative, interrogative, and exclamatory sentences. Also, you are expected to distinguish each sentence and use an appropriate punctuation mark. First, let us define what is a declarative sentence. A declarative sentence simply makes a statement or expresses an opinion. In other words, it makes a declaration. When we say statement, it is an information about something. When we say opinion, it is someone's personal belief or preference. Also, a declarative sentence ends with a period. Let's look at the following examples below. Number 1. I want to be a good writer. This is an example of a declarative sentence that makes a statement because the person is giving an information about what he or she wants to become. Number 2. My friend is a really good writer. This is an example of a declarative sentence that expresses an opinion because the person is giving his or her own belief about a certain friend's characteristics. Another type of sentence is called an imperative sentence. An imperative sentence gives a command or makes a request. When we say command, it is a firm way of giving directions which is direct to the point. When we say request, we usually use polite words such as please or kindly. It usually ends with a period but can also end with an exclamation point under certain circumstances. Now let's check the following examples. Number 1. Please sit down. This is an imperative sentence that makes a request because it uses the polite word please. Number 2. I need you to sit down now. This is an imperative sentence that gives a command because it did not use any polite words and it ends with an exclamation point. Another kind of sentence is called an interrogative sentence. An interrogative sentence asks a question. This type of sentence often begins with who, what, where, when, why, how, or do, and it ends with a question mark. This is what it looks like. Now let's proceed to the following examples. Number 1. When are you going to submit your project? As you can see here, it starts with the word when and ends with a question mark. Number 2. Do you know what the weather will be tomorrow? It starts with the word do and ends with a question mark. The last but not the least among the 4 kinds of sentences is called an exclamatory sentence. An exclamatory sentence is a sentence that expresses great emotion such as excitement, surprise, happiness, and anger. And it ends with an exclamation point that looks like this. Now let's see the following examples. Number 1. You won the first prize. Congratulations! This sentence is expressing happiness and it ends with an exclamation point. Number 2. I am so excited to join the field trip. This sentence is expressing excitement and it also ends with an exclamation point. Before we proceed to the short quiz, let's have a quick review first about the 4 kinds of sentences that we have just discussed earlier. The first one is the declarative sentence. It is a sentence that declares a statement or an opinion, and it ends with a period. Number 2, Imperative sentence. It is a sentence that gives a command or makes a request. It can end with a period or an exclamation point. Number 3. Interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence asks a question and it ends with a question mark. And number 4, an exclamatory sentence expresses strong feelings or emotions and it always ends with an exclamation point. Also, remember that in writing a sentence, you should always begin or start with a big or capital letter and always use an appropriate punctuation mark. Again, there are 3 types of punctuation marks, such as the period, the question mark, and the exclamation point. So now that you know all of these things, I'm pretty sure you are ready for the short quiz. Are you? Then let's go! It's time for the short quiz. Identify each sentence below by choosing the letter of the correct answer inside the box. You have 4 choices: A. Exclamatory sentence, B. Interrogative sentence, C. Imperative sentence, and letter D. Declarative sentence. Let's start with number 1. My favorite dessert is halo-halo. What do you think is the answer? You have 5 seconds. Timer starts now. Time's up, and the correct answer is letter D, declarative sentence. Sentence number 1 is a declarative sentence because it is declaring an information or a statement. Number 2, please close the door. What do you think is the best answer? You have 5 seconds. Time's up. The correct answer is letter C. Please close the door is an example of an imperative sentence that makes a request because it uses the polite word please. Number 3. What is your name? Now try to answer this within 5 seconds. Timer starts now. Time's up. The answer is, of course, letter B, interrogative sentence. Remember that an interrogative sentence always ends with a question mark. Number 4. I am so excited to go to school tomorrow. What do you think is the answer? You have 5 seconds. Time is up. And the answer is none other than letter A, exclamatory sentence. Remember that an exclamatory sentence expresses a strong emotion or feelings, and it ends with an exclamation point. Now, did you get all the answers correctly? Good job! Thank you for watching this video, and congratulations for completing this short lesson. Please subscribe to support my channel, hit like and share, and click the notification bell for more updates. See you on our next class!